Hello, Dr. Cisse covering anatomy and physiology. Today I will do a quick video about the tissue lab that I gave you guys. I told you to find in household items to present tissues. Now first we have four types of tissues. We have epithelial tissues, connective tissues, nervous, and muscle tissues. In the chapter we cover it now, we talk about epithelial and connective because the muscles and nervous are covered in different chapters. We just introduce you to them. For the epithelial, we say we have 8 types of epithelial tissue. How do we define them? We define them by the shape of the cell and the numbers of layers. So we got the shape and the layers. The shape, we got 3 types of shape. We have squamous, cuboidal, and columnar. And then the layers, it could be either one simple, we call the one simple, and if it's more than one, so over one, we call them stratified. Stratified. So what I'm asking you to do, if you want to do something on the epithelial tissue, to find something home that looks like a squamous. The squamous will look like a quarter or some kind of flat cookies, something like that. So if you have one layer, you call that simple squamous. So you can find one cookie in one layer called simple squamous, or anything in your house that can be one. It could be plates, it could be different things in your house, right? And then the cuboidal will look like a cube. That could be, for example, Legos or something like that. Or the columnar can be something tall. That could be a glass. For example, the cuboidal could be a cup because it looks like a cube. But the columnar will look like a glass because it's tall. So you have to put them either one layer or 2 layers. So if it's a one layer and it's squamous, we will call that simple squamous. The one layer cuboidal, simple cuboidal. One layer long, simple columnar. Then if you put them as 2 layers, it could be stratified, it could be stratified squamous, stratified cuboidal, and stratified columnar. So all I'm asking you to find something in your home, to use these to be able to show how you put them together, right? Then when it comes to, there's gonna be like a 6 of them, right? So if you take simple squamous, stratified squamous, simple cuboidal, stratified cuboidal, simple columnar, stratified columnar, that's gonna be 6. And then you have a 7, there's gonna be pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. That looks like a stratified, but it's not. That's why it's called pseudo. And then we have one that's called transitional. That one looks like it's kind of squamous when it's flat, and when it shrinks, it becomes cuboidal. That's like in the bladder, for example. Those are going to be epithelial tissue type of explanation. But if I take something like the connective tissue, this is going to be epithelial connective tissue. In connective tissue, we will not have cells on top of each other like epithelial, but there'll be some kind of dough mixed with cells. That could be, for example, take a flour or a cereal or a pancake mix and mix something in it. Now, the dough in which you mix the stuff is the matrix, basically, right? The matrix, because it's like the dough plus the fibers. For example, the ground substance plus the fiber is the matrix. So in connective tissue, we do not have cells on top of each other, but we have some kind of ground substance, right, in which you will mix fibers and then you will add the cells. So in this case, you can have, for example, cereal and milk mixed. Now, the ground substance could be either solid or liquid, right? If it's solid, it could be, for example, like a bone ground substance. Or it could be other tissue where the ground substance is kind of tough. Or it could be like a blood. Blood ground substance will be like what? The plasma, it's going to be like a liquid. So all I'm asking you is to find things in your home that can be used as the ground substance in which you add fibers. And those fibers, we got 3 types of fiber. We have collagen fiber, reticular fiber, and elastic fibers. Those fibers come like spaghetti, angel's hair, or macaroni, or different kind of pasta thing, right? So those are going to be the fibers. And the cell can be anything. It could be raisin, it could be dates, it could be different kind of fruits like cherries or some kind of fruit, right? It could be anything, right? So you mix that to show that you understand that connective tissues are made of three things: the ground substance, the fibers, and the cell. And the cell can be anything mixed. So all I'm asking you to do is find something in your home that will look like a cell mixed with the fibers, with the ground stuff to show me that you know connective tissues. Now you see the big difference here. In epithelial tissue, I showed you that they're like cells on top of each other, right? Like this, something or something like that. But if it's connective tissue, it'll be some kind of ground substance mixed with fibers and some cells. So the cell will be dispersed. They're not going to be in one spot. That's going to be the main difference. So at home, you should be demonstrating me that you know the difference between epithelial and connective tissue. All right? So I hope this is helpful. See you in class.